Hello, good evening, and good afternoon to some of you, and good morning to some of you. I know there's quite a lot of people all across the world watching. So we are in a different time zone. Well, thank you so much for joining me this evening here in Johannesburg, anyway, in South Africa. My name is Solomon Izange Shams. I really appreciate your time for just coming here. Welcome to Solomon's Temple, where we share truths, we look at situations, and we ask ourselves, where is God in this issue? Where is God in this story? Because we have to find it. Sometimes your perspective might be different from my perspective, but it is all good as long as we are all searching and we are looking out and trying to get the truth. So thank you guys for joining me. I want you to give me a shout out wherever you are watching. Can I hear you say, I'm watching from Ghana, I'm watching from Dubai. Sometimes we get, people from Germany, quite a lot of it. So please connect, guys. Today, we are going to be looking at a very important part of our lives, part of our institution. An institution that is very part of our society, which is marriage, as you saw the topic. So we're going to be looking at it and really, get to talk about it. So please give me a shout out. Thank you, Naomi. Naomi is out there. Hilda here in Johannesburg. Thank you, guys. Thank you for shouting out. Please do share this link to this video. I had a problem with my YouTube live. Most of my viewers are from YouTube because I have about 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. So YouTube people, please follow me on Facebook just so you don't miss it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't, but also follow me on Facebook and like my page. Thank you, Lydia from Toronto in Canada. Figiswa from KZN. Kenny from Botswana. Thank you, Bongani from Nelspruit. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Thank you for joining us tonight. K2 from Windsor. From Mokopane is Randy. Mwape all the way from Lusaka, Zambia. Is anyone here from Uganda? I know you guys are having your elections. And we want to make sure you are safe. But may God be with the nation of Uganda as they go to the polls, and may God reveal every deception, and also may the best man win. So we have Tabang from Moroleng here in Pilanesberg in Northwest Province. Luvise from PE. Jason from Four Ways, just across the road from where I'm at, where I am, and Khadija from Pretoria. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Lungelo from Cape Town in the house, she said. Thank you guys. Guys, please share this link and tag people. Please tag different people that you feel they need to watch this. Maybe you want to encourage them, or maybe they've had some sort of a similar experience, even though we hadn't dived into the story yet. But from my introduction earlier on, I think you got some sort of idea of what we're going to be talking about. So please tag somebody, share and share and share. Now, tonight, we're going to be looking at a topic I tagged: popular gospel singer married a married man. So, there's married and then there's married, a reputation there that you could say. The most important part of this headline that I put out there is a popular gospel singer who represents the gospel of Jesus Christ, who sings about it. She's not just a popular gospel singer, but she's also a lead pastor of a big congregation in the nation of Congo, in the capital of Congo, Kinshasa. Very massive church, thousands and thousands of people. She's someone who has released so many albums. She's friends with so many top gospel artists across the world, like Donnie McClurkin or Sinach. She actually did a song with Sinach. So we're going to be talking about that tonight. But before we even dive in there, let me just, as a way of introducing this topic, let me just dive in here and take you to a day and a time that it was all about celebration between two people who got married together. It was a family celebration. It was a community celebration. So I want you to watch just this short video as we build onto this story tonight. Well, that is the wedding of Lesego and Kevin. This wedding, let me introduce you and actually even put up the wedding invitation right here for you to see. This wedding took place on the 21st of November, 2015. So there was a wedding between Lesego and Kevin, two nations, the nations of Congo and the nation of South Africa, coming together in holy matrimony. And that is what happened. So the video clip that I just showed you, I took you back to the 21st of November, 2015. I want you to please notice the dates. That is very important, you know, as we build up to this story. And just to take you a little bit, some of the photos at the wedding, this is Lesego and Kevin. Right here, you may kiss the bride, you say. So it was a very memorable time, cutting the cake, obviously, very joyous day. So many families from South Africa, families from the Congo, all congregated and to celebrate this marriage, obviously. And this is them here sitting. So we have established that there was a wedding between Kevin and Lesego. Now, as always, you know, I want us to go to scriptures. You know, this is a scripture from the book of Ephesians 5:28. It says, husbands ought to love their wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself. So this is a commandment, you know, that was given to us as husbands to love your wife as your own body. So you love your wife just like yourself. But in this situation, this is not what we saw. We saw a lack of love. This is a man who was resident here in Johannesburg with his wife and 6-year-old daughter. In, I think, November, December, he promised, you know, he was going down to search for a job in the Congo because he had some problem with his job. So he left. And his wife was there, always supportive. Financially, she supported him. Yes, because I know, even myself, as a non-South African, sometimes it's difficult for us who are non-South Africans in South Africa. So a faithful wife, a loving wife, obviously goes out of her way to support her husband. She supported him. He left. 3 days later, just to cut the long story short, she's gonna give us more details. 3 days later, he was getting married to another woman in Kinshasa, in Congo. Another woman, not just another woman, but this is a woman who is supposed to uphold the standards of Christianity, because this woman is a pastor, and at the same time, she is also a gospel singer. 3 days later, her husband left her, and this is what happened. He was getting married, and guess how she knew about it? People brought it to her attention. Please, your husband is live on Facebook and social media, getting married to another woman. Big wedding, massive wedding. They put in millions here. Kevin getting married to Asca Olangi, who is a gospel artist and also a lead pastor of Olangi Ministries in Congo, in Kinshasa. So if you are from the Congo, I'm sure you would have come across this ministry. It's a big, massive ministry that they have there. Very big and very massive ministry. Now, how did this happen? Because they were in a joyous mood that day, celebrating. Of course, you can see them in colorful Congolese dress. But this is a man who left a wife and a daughter back in Johannesburg, South Africa. He didn't tell them what he was about to do. He changed their lives without really telling them that he was about to get married to this woman. Have you seen her? The big question is, was she aware of it or not? With the reputation of the church, that is Olangi Ministries, obviously, it's a church that is always in controversy. They love to chase demons. They love to do deliverance and a whole lot of stuff. But what happened behind the scene? Now we're going to talk about it and look at more into it. Let me introduce you to my guest this evening, Lesego. Thank you so much for joining me, Lesego.
Hi, Solomon, and your viewers. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you so much. This must be a very, I'm sure you've shared this over and over again. Sometimes you probably got tired of sharing it because it's just unbelievable. Was it like a dream to you?
It was more like a horror movie. It's like, those things that we watch on TV. You just never think that they will happen to you. But when it happened to me, like, it really hit home because I didn't even think that would happen to me, I just thought it's things that we read on the books or things that we watch on TV. But when I actually have to experience it myself and see it with my eyes, because it was so huge that, I just couldn't miss it. I was hurt, I was hurt, I was disappointed, I was shocked, I cried for like 3 days nonstop. And then after that, then I couldn't even tell people what happened to me. It's only those who came to me to tell me to be aware of what's happening out there, because my neighbors around my estate, they are the ones who came straight to my house to tell me, because during the time of that wedding between my husband and that pastor, I was at home with my family in Mafikeng, because normally when Kevin would go to Congo, I would also want to spend time with my family, since they're living in another province. They're in Northwest and I'm in Joburg. So I was there at home, not even checking what's happening on social media. I was just like spending time with my mom. And when I got back here to our house, based in Foyes, then I think about 4 of my neighbors came to my house. The first one, when she came, I was just shocked, and I was working. I was in meetings, working from home. So I was just shocked, and I had to carry on with my work. And I just told her that, can we talk about this after an hour? I have a meeting, because I didn't want to believe what she was telling me. I thought she was just telling me stories. And then, okay, fine, she left. And then I went to her house. I said, okay, what are you saying? Can you come back again and tell me what you're saying? She didn't say a word. She just gave me her phone and she said, look. And, having to see my husband in a wedding ceremony with somebody else that I don't know, I was shocked. Few hours later, another neighbor came, and in the evening, 2 more neighbors came. So they were coming to ask me, are you okay? So by the time when I went home, they thought, I'm with him in Congo. I'm like, no, he left. I'm not with him. I went to my family. He went to his family. And they were like, what is he doing there? I said, he said he's going to look for a job, because he's been struggling to find a job here in SA. And, he just thought, he told me that his family is actually putting him under pressure to find a job, because he was feeling like, him being a man, he can't provide for his family. But before that, he had jobs, he had opportunities in South Africa. He was even trying, during the COVID period, he was trying the PPE business, but it was just hard for him to close a deal. And I was being supportive, even when he said, I'm going home to speak to my dad, because he said his dad had some company that, he would help him to get back on his feet. And I gave him, I said, it's fine, go, it will be good for us. And then he didn't say a word about going to get married. So I was just shocked. I'm still trying to understand, like what could have happened.
So this picture definitely was a shock for you. This is your husband. You guys were not divorced. You guys didn't have any problem. Now he's in the hands of somebody else. He never mentioned it. He never told you. He made a decision, a life-changing decision, a decision that brought pain to you and your family and your daughter, which is really pathetic. But take me back to, you are South African, he is Congolese. How did you guys meet?
We met in 2012. We met through a friend from gym because we were both gym fanatics. So that friend of ours, he was from Zambia, but he invited us to some boot camp in Kloof-en-Daal. It's somewhere by the west side of Joburg. So we met there, and then we just clicked. We liked the same things, and that's how it started. We had great times. And we dated for a while, we were happy. We were okay, just like any other couple, we'd have fun, go out on dates, go out on mini holidays. And later on, 2014, we had a baby. And then 2015, he proposed. And then shortly, I think within 2 months, we got married. And we got married, and then we bought a house. We were like, like a proper family. His family used to come visit us all the way from Congo. My family would also come from African, come visit us. So I'm Tswana, I'm from Northwest, and it's our relationship was very unique because him being Congolese and me being South African, we speak different languages, we have different cultures, and stuff like that. But I would say that deeply we understood each other and we loved each other.
And then you guys, after getting married, was there problems for you guys that did you guys ever separate, or did you guys ever say, no, we're getting divorced? Or it was just, I know this must be very emotional for you, and I totally understand it. This is someone that you dedicated to spend the rest of your life with. And in a marriage, when there's problems, we try to deal with it. But did you guys and every marriage has issues, right? But did you guys get any issues that push you to the brink of divorce or the brink of separation? Because some people may just be wondering, no, the guy just left her. Or back in the Congo, there might be totally a different narrative. Like, no, Kevin actually divorced her before he left, or he was not living with her for a long time, So they're gonna try to bring in a different narrative. Did you guys ever had serious issues when he was leaving? It was a separation. Was it a separation when he left?
No, sorry. No, we were fine. But he was just having a tough time accepting the fact that, he was unemployed because he had a job. He had jobs, but during he lost his job in 2019 June. Yeah, he was working for some other company, some American tobacco company, and then he told me that he got retrenched. And ever since 2019, he was sitting at home. And then to make it worse, we had COVID just after 2019, I think early 2020, then we started having COVID. And it was very difficult for him to go out there and look for a job. Even South Africans were battling to get employed. So I think that was very hard for him. But he's a kind of person, he's very smart, and he's somebody who goes for what he wants and he pushes, and during the time when he was not working at home, it's not like he was just sitting. He was trying, as a man, as a husband. I was also I was also actually proud of him, He tried some businesses, he tried to do the PPE stuff, but things were not coming together. But he kept on trying, He just didn't sit at home and mope around and drown himself. He was trying. And during that time as well, he would bring stuff at home, like bring like small groceries there. Whenever he had money, like maybe he had like, I don't know, say 2,000 rand, he would give me half of it, ask me, okay, buy this for Dasi, our daughter, or maybe buy groceries or whatever. I'm sorry. And yeah, he would give me whatever he had, he would give me half of it. And I was proud of him. And I would ask him, okay, where do we get money? But I didn't want to like put him under so much pressure because already he was going through the pressures of not having a job. So, he would just tell me that, oh no, my boys are helping me, my family, my friends. And yeah, I said, okay, fine, And I was busy doing my part as well. I would carry on paying the expenses of the household. I would pay our house, our bond. I would pay whatever that I could pay, whatever that I could manage, like maybe like buy groceries, and he would just chip in there with milk and bread, or just chip in there with water and electricity. And maybe I remember during Desi's birthday last year, he brought like stuff for our daughter. He bought gifts, we celebrated her birthday, and I was proud of him. I was like, okay, I was very proud of him. I was like, despite what he's going through, he's still going out of his way to make sure that, we are okay. We still have a smile on our face. And I didn't know where he was getting the money from, but later on I picked up that he was having an affair with some lady from Zimbabwe.
Okay.
And
so that's local now. He was having a relationship with another woman.
Yeah, but she stays like 8 minutes away from our house. It's very, very close.
So almost like the same community. And she was she aware that he was married, or she wasn't aware that he was married?
No, she wasn't aware. She said that he told her that he had a divorce with me already, and apparently I had messed up his accounts. Like his accounts have been frozen due to our divorce, and as soon as our divorce is finalized, then his accounts will be unfrozen. So that lady, her name is Chibo, she bought this story, and she kept on giving him, like money, 20,000 here, 30,000 here, 15,000 here, because he was saying that it's for his legal fees, so that this divorce that he was, talking about between me and him would be finalized as quick as possible. But during that time, there was no divorce. He was taking.
So he was still living in the house.
Yep.
He was still living in the house, dating this woman, told her he is divorced, but he wasn't divorced, and now he is extorting money from her in the name of finalizing his divorce so he could be with her. And for her, he was not married. He was separated. Because I see you wearing your wedding ring. Can you show me your wedding ring? Because you're still wearing your wedding ring.
Yes. I still have it. Yeah.
You're still wearing your wedding ring. So you're committed to it.
Yeah. I'll deal with it later. I'm just like still going through, emotions, and I'm still adjusting to this whole thing, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to talk about the ring for now. But yeah, the fact is he was taking money from that lady, and a lot of money, about 260,000 rand.
260,000 rand.
You can convert it into dollars. I don't know how much is it. Yeah, but it's quite a lot. Yeah.
Yes, we're talking about maybe $13,000 or so.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's a very matured woman, So after I realized, after I've known about my husband's wedding, then like I was just like wondering what's happening, what's happening. And he apparently, when he got to Congo, he told his community that he was not married to me. He said that he was my baby daddy, like he's just the father of my child. And even to
when was that? When he got to Congo, when was that? Before you guys got married?
No, after the marriage, So I had the story. So I had to ask. Yeah, I had to ask people like, how did this marriage happen?
But his dad was at your wedding.
Exactly.
Let me play a video of his dad actually speaking at your wedding, right?
Even his family, they say.
His family. Let me just play
Yeah.
the video and then you
Okay.
continue.
Comme la prière a été faite, nous remettons cette union aux mains du Seigneur Jésus. C'est celui qui nous guide, c'est celui qui va conduire.
So that's his family. So his family was at the wedding, but then, I mean, he had the audacity to go back home and say, no, I'm not married to her. She just happened to have my baby. She's just my baby mama.
Apparently, that's what he said to the Olangi family, because I got in touch with them. I asked them, what's going on? Why? What's happening? You know, there's a lady called, I think it's the bride's sister. Her name is Sophie Olangi.
So she's a sister to Asca Olangi.
Yeah. So I spoke to both of them, you know. So I said, okay, I asked Sophie, I said, well, what's happening? What's happening there? What's going on? Because I was just shocked, you know. I asked her, like, do you know that Kevin is my husband? And I sent her pictures, spoke to her over the phone, and she saw the pictures and she said, okay, fine. I asked her what happened. Can you tell me what Kevin's family said when they got to your family? And she told me that Kevin's family, when they went to their family, they just said that Kevin has a 6-year-old child in South Africa with some woman from South Africa, like, yeah, just the mother of a child. I said, no, I'm not the mother of a child. Kevin is my husband. He lives here. I even did a video like of the home, of our home, with his clothes here in our house, with everything, our family pictures.
Yeah,
I did a whole video. And then she said, no, we will talk about it. And she mentioned something, because Asca now she's a gospel artist, you know, she's famous, she's a brand. Yeah. No, don't go to social media. It's going to ruin Asca's brand. I will ask Kevin's family and I will come back to you. I waited.
So they're concerned about the brand.
Yeah.
You know, much more than the pain that he is inflicting on you and your daughter.
Yes. And I gave her like about 2 days or so, 2 to 3 days, and she never came back to me. So I was wondering what's happening. You know, does this woman really, like, does she understand what's happening to me? And she just said, no, you know, just take your pain to God. You know, like, take your burden to God. I even contacted Kevin's family. I asked them what's happened, because these people, they used to come to our home. You know, we used to have family lunches, Christmas lunches.
So you call his parents and his uncles and all that kind of thing.
I call his sisters, you know, because the parents, they don't speak English very fluently. So I called the sisters. I asked them, what's happening, you know? What's going on, you know? And they also said, oh, no, you are causing a chantage, you know? I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm ruining things, you know, for their brother. And they just blocked me. And then I went straight to Asca herself. I said, hey, Mama, you know what? Congratulations on your wedding. But are you aware that the man that you are marrying is my husband? I sent her the pictures. She looked at the pictures. I just saw, like, you know, on WhatsApp, you can see when somebody has read the message. You know, I've seen those 2 blue ticks. And the next time when I try to get like a response from her, I see that she blocked my number. So I'm like, what's happening? I was just confused. I was just hurt, feeling lonely, you know, feeling abused by the Kaseyas and the Olangis. I'm like, what's happening, you know? And then somebody reached out to me, like some Congolese woman who's based here in South Africa, but she runs like a YouTube channel. And then she reached out to me and she came to my house, and I did like a full coverage of who am I, who's Kevin, and what's going on. And now people started opening their eyes, and I've shown proof that Kevin is my husband. And I've shown proof that I've spoken to the Olangis, and I've shown proof that I've tried. I even got a lawyer in the process, you know, to ask, because I was talking, even after the wedding, me and Kevin were talking very, very nicely, like husband and wife. You know, I miss you, baby. You know, good morning.
Well,
just like
no, hold on. So now he got married to Asca Olangi.
Yes.
And then he was talking to you. Who
Yes.
was telling who I miss you, baby, here?
Both of us, because it's
Like-
after. So it's like people told me, right? So I think the wedding started on the 24th of November, if I'm not mistaken. He left our house on the 21st of November. But I only got to find out about the wedding, I think, on the week of the on Monday of, let me just check, I think the 29th or somewhere there. Let me just check. Yeah, so we kept on talking. I knew about the wedding on the 30th of November. That's when my neighbor started coming to my house. And then we spoke for like a good 2 weeks, after that. I miss you. When are you coming home? Because you said you'll be back home in a week or two. We miss you. Dasi's missing you. It's almost Christmas. What can I plan? Are we going somewhere? We're not going somewhere. What can I prepare for lunch? Now I want to make Christmas plans with him. And he said, yes, I'll be there. I'll be there in 2 weeks' time. But then after I've received the news, I didn't tell him right away that, hey, what's happening. I gave him about a couple of days just for him to like tell me what's happening. He didn't tell me what's happening. He just carried on business as usual. Hey, how are you, babe? I'm okay. How are you guys doing? We good. How was the day? It was good. I miss you. I love you. I love you too. For a good week or two, we were talking nicely, until he found out that I spoke to the Olangis. I spoke to Sophie Olangi. Yeah. And now, him and his sisters, now they're getting upset. Like, why are you contacting the Olangis? I'm like, are you guys crazy? Why shouldn't I contact them? What's happening there? Because I started getting upset. Like, I took you guys like my family and you go there and you do, these kind of things. I was getting very hurt. And then now they are being upset that it's like I'm messing up the plans. Why am I contacting the Olangis and stuff like that? And I was just getting upset with them, and I just ended up, stopped talking to them because I asked Kevin what's happening. He couldn't tell me what's happening. I asked him like, explain yourself. What did you just do? What's going on? And he couldn't say anything. He kept on saying, oh no, I'll call you back. I was like, you know what? I don't even want to hear your voice because he can be very manipulative. I was scared that he's going to lie to me and, try to sweet talk me or stuff like that. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to deal with this now because I was very hurt. And then I got a lawyer in during the time. I got a lawyer. And the lawyer was now, he asked me, what is it that you want out of this process? And I told the lawyer, no, Kevin actually left me here with debts. He left me with debts here in South Africa. He must come pay his debts. We have a property together. Now, what am I going to do with this house? Because I was now feeling scared that now that he knows and his family knows, they might come and do something to me here in our house. I couldn't even go to the shops. So I was thinking of like, okay, let me just get rid of this house and go somewhere else. But now the bank is saying, no, you can't sell the house without his consent. He needs to sign off his share of the house. I tell the lawyer to tell him that he doesn't want to release the house. And now financial advice as well, they're saying that you guys are married. Actually, you are married in community of property. This guy can also come back here and later on claim that, claim your half of your stuff, And I was like, what do I do now? So now I'm just going through a lot. It's like now I need to go through to court so that I can nullify my marriage with him because he doesn't want to act. He doesn't want to do anything. Asca as well, she's ignoring me. Their church as well, the Olangi ministry, they are ignoring me. I've spoken to them. I've written even like a formal email to them, telling them what is it that I want together with Pastor Dalo, but they're just ignoring me, and I feel abused by this church. I'm like, what kind of church is this?
Now, let me break it down to people, right? When we're talking about this church, we're talking about a massive church. You're not Congolese, so you would not understand this church, the Olangi Ministries. This is a massive church that was started by their parents, the mother and the father, and I think they passed away last year or a couple of years ago, and they passed away the same day. This is a massive church that even when the father died, actually the president of the nation got involved. So we're talking about a multi-million rand enterprise. And they're very controversial, very money driven. And we're talking, so you understand who we're talking about. She is also a pastor in the church, not just a gospel singer. By virtue of the fact that Kevin married her, the usual tradition in a lot of African churches, he's also going to be a pastor there. So you're having a man who is still legally married in South Africa going into these places that he is not supposed to, and which is quite sad. Lesego tried to reach out to them. It seems like they don't want to hear her side of the story, because you cannot talk about the brand of Asca Olangi over the pain and the deception that Kevin has created. And that's what we have to look at. If he was open from the beginning, if he had created some sort of problem, even if there was no problem, you know, and left the house, but to take you all alone, you know, I just feel, you know, the pain is, you know, what would your daughter think about? What would she think about when she hears that about her dad? Now she's going to be alone without a dad. Anyway, let me play a short video before we continue, which is your daughter. Her name is Daisy, right? 6th birthday.
Yeah, Daisy. Yeah.
Short video there for them. You can see as a loving family together, you know. But let's say, no, please tell me don't tell me you didn't notice anything about Kevin from your courtship to when you got married, something dodgy about him that is not just right. Because obviously, if this man married to you and then ended up getting money from another woman, lying to her that he's divorced with you and he's going through, and then leaving you and going to another woman in the Congo, married her, because obviously I think she might be a millionaire. You know, technically Asca is a millionaire. You know, she leads a huge congregation, you know, hundreds of thousands. You know, we're talking about massive church there. Didn't you notice, wasn't there a red flag? Didn't your parents or a friend or somebody like, hey, there's something here that is just not looking good?
Not really. Hey, you know, Kevin, he's a kind of person, like he's a very reputable kind of a guy. He's a guy who looks very nice. He's a guy who's like, he's very well presented, and he's very smart academically as well. And he's very smart. Like, you won't even think that there could be anything dodgy with him. So when I met him in 2012, he said he was a medical doctor. Funny thing that, I don't know, should I say funny or not? He presented himself to me as a guy from France. Like, he said, I'm from France. I lived in France, but my parents are from Congo. He was saying that he can't even speak Lingala. He was to me, he was just a French guy. He was always speaking French whenever he was engaging with people on the phone and stuff like that. And by that time, I didn't know. Even now, I can't speak French. You know, I just have to, like, if I need to find out what's happening, I have to, like, ask around or maybe go via Google Translate to find out exactly what's happening. So, okay, fine. When I met him, he was a doctor. He used to actually work by there's a hospital in Flora, you know, Flora Clinic on 14th Avenue here in South Africa. He used to work there. I've seen him there working as a doctor inside the hospital. And that time when he met me, he was saying he's a multimillionaire, you know, he's a doctor, and then on the other side he's running businesses, and when we were dating, life was good, you know. We'd go out on dates, you know, like he didn't show any signs of struggling with money. And he told me that he did his MBA at Verts, and he told me that everything was fine. He was just like a convincing guy, and he was also like, you know, like a God-fearing kind of guy, you know. I said, okay, fine. To me, he just looked like a decent man, and I fell in love with him, and yeah, that's what happened. But then later on, then he said it was too much for him to handle business and being a doctor. And then he left the medical role at Flora, and then he said he's focusing on business. This is now still 2012, yeah. And then out of the blue now, he comes to me, he tells me that he lost everything. I'm like, what do you mean you lost everything, you know? I said, no, I lost everything that I had. And I didn't understand. And then he told me some short little story, which I still didn't understand that time. He told me that the money that he had, it was from some inheritance from his grandfather. And he said that money was not like done or received in the right way. He said it's blood money or dirty money, something like that. But then I didn't understand, you know, and he was saying, no. it's like his family, now that his grandfather has passed on, they're expecting him to carry over that, to carry on with that money and that inheritance from his father's side. But he said no, he can't do it. Like, he doesn't want to. He can't accept that money. That money, it's bad. It's blood money. There have been sacrifices done, and that money came out of those things. And he doesn't want to be. He doesn't want to be hooked on those things. He just wants to live a free life. I didn't understand that spiritual part of it, because I don't come from that kind of background with sacrifices and stuff like that, like religiously. I don't know that part very well. So fine, I said, don't worry, my love, we'll be fine. I'm not here for money. I love you as you are, and I'm here to support you. And even when we met, he used to emphasize that women, they come to him because of money. And like, he was just warning me that, are you sure that you're not here for money? I said, come on, I'm not here for money, for your money. I'm okay. I'm okay. I don't need your money. And then, so fine, now he decided he doesn't have anything. Like he gave away that money. He had 2 cars when I met him, and then out of the blue, he doesn't have those cars. He had an A4 and an A3. He doesn't have a car. He doesn't have anything, nothing. Like, he can't even take me out on dates anymore, because now he doesn't have anything. I said, okay, no, don't worry. I still love you, and I'm committed to you. That was 2012. And then from there, since now, remember, he's a medical doctor. And then he got another job as a medical doctor, as a doctor. He worked at, there's a clinic called CHAPS. It's an HIV AIDS center. They are based in Pretoria. There's one in Soshanguve. He was based in Soshanguve. I think there's also another one in Alberton. And then he got a job. Now he's back now, because now he needs a job. Now he's a doctor. And then, he worked, and then that's how we bought our property, because he was now working again. And we bought our house. And then he lost that job, like, shortly. And I asked him, what happened? Like, because now, like, there was a child, like, now we really need him to have a job. And so the way he lost that job, he got arrested, So it sounded like, he told me that one of his colleagues reported him with, I think it's HPCSA, the medical council in Pretoria, where they register the doctors. So he said to me that one of his colleagues reported him that he's not registered with that medical council. And then now they called the police on him. Then he was arrested. Then he called me, I'm in trouble. Please come help me. Get me bail money. What. And then with those kind of things, now I was like, what's happening, I'm like, why are you always in trouble? What's going on, And he would just say, no, people are jealous of me because I'm a foreigner, blah, blah, blah. Every time, whenever he's in trouble, he puts the foreign cap. I'm a foreigner.
Yes.
In this country, it's hard to make a living in South Africa. But I tell him that you're a doctor. There's a lot of foreign doctors in South Africa. Why are you struggling so hard? And then he would say he also has issues with his papers. 1 minute his PR is valid, 1 minute is not valid. We were also having issues with Home Affairs. It was just like a lot of like small things popping here and there, but I just couldn't make up like a conclusive story of exactly what's happening here. Mm-hmm. Fine. He decided that, and then because he got arrested there, he got suspended. Now he was caught. Now it's like, okay, fine. Now I can't practice as a doctor in South Africa anymore, because now these people are watching me, they are checking me out and stuff like that. And now he started looking for assignments outside South Africa. And then he got another medical assignment at Mali, where he used to fly to Mali like every 4 or 5 weeks and come back home for 5 weeks and come back home as a doctor. And he was getting paid good money. He would come back home, buy nice furniture. We would go out, have like holidays, go wherever we wanted to go. Life was good, And then he also paid whatever he had to pay, because after losing the CHAPS job, now he almost lost his car. He was like, he was in a bad state financially, but the Mali assignment paid him some good dollars and he was happy. He was good. And then that assignment ended as well, He just told me that the contract ended and I believed him. He didn't stay home for long. maybe like for about 3 months or so. And then now he's like, nah, this medical thing is not working for me anymore. He also tried to do pharmaceutical. He's saying now he wants to do pharmaceutical. I'm like, but why? What exactly is your core role? Why you want to go to pharmacy? He says, no, it's because I don't have time to deal with these regulations of, this medical regulations in South Africa, because now I need to be registered with the medical council. And he would also tell me that him being a foreign doctor here in South Africa, he's expected to community work at public hospitals like Baragwana, and he said, no, I don't want to go to a public hospital. I don't have time for Baragwana. Yeah, I don't have time. I'm too old to go and do community service. I don't have a year or two to waste at Bara. I'm a qualified medical doctor. He used to say he's an endocrinologist, those doctors who does he was specializing with diabetes a lot. Yeah. He was also specializing but there at CHUBS, he was circumcising people. He was now like a GP. He was circumcising people.
So the question now is he a doctor? From your conclusion?
My conclusion,
did he ever get to medical school?
I haven't seen any certificate in the house that says this guy is a qualified doctor. I took those news to Congo. There's a doctor that he said he made a reference for him. And that doctor as well, his name got mentioned, and he also came out. He said, I don't know Kevin. I've never met Kevin in my life. I've never signed any reference for him. And as we speak now, it's confirmed in Congo that guy, my husband, he's never studied medicine in Congo. Never.
So he has put the lives of so many people at risk, going around saying that he is a doctor and got a job at Flora Clinic here, in Johannesburg. And this is a confirmation later of employment from Advancing Health for Men. There, Dr. Kevin Kaseya, we're pleased to confirm the offer of permanent employment by CHUBS in the position of senior surgeon. To be based at the CHUBS Soshanguve BB clinic. So now he is a senior surgeon, and he acknowledged and received this employment later, where he said, I, Dr. Kevin Kaseya, confirm that I have read and understood the content of this letter above. I wish to accept the offer as a surgeon, and he was even paid money. This is part of his salary slip, job title, senior surgeon. You can see his name here, employee's name, Dr. K. Kaseya, and there are a lot of other information that I didn't put out here. So, my sister, it seems like you married a con man in the first place. This is a man who played just everybody. I know sometimes love is blind, right? And because it's maybe you have a pure heart. Maybe you were really you were a faithful wife, a faithful woman.
I was, definitely. That's why I went all out of social media.
So you didn't want to believe whatever what you want him to keep trying, even if there was lies that you could see him saying things or doing things. You still believe the best.
Yep.
You still believe the best. And I feel, every woman should be that way. Though at the same time, we must observe certain things. But now, I don't want to drag this interview for long. I just want us to do an hour and go away. But you are actually in a dilemma. And what we normally do, I've done this before, where we raise some money for someone who was really in need, and I know you have legal fees, and you need to be able to first. What dilemma are you into? Let's discuss the dilemma that you are into right now, from trying to get the marriage, divorce or annulled, to your assets together, to the car or the house that you need to pay, and to your daughters, whatever. Tell us some of the challenges that you're facing right now.
I think the biggest challenge that I'm facing now is the legal process, since he's now out of the country, because I've even opened cases, for him, I went to the police station, and it's like, oh no, there's nothing they can do because he's outside the country. And I've also gotten a lawyer, and he's also battling to save him while he's outside the country because it's very expensive for me. We just tried via an email to send like a demand letter, of which he ignored. So now for me to get stuff straight to Congo, it means we need to translate the documents because they don't speak English in Congo. The lawyer said we need to get translators, we need to get sheriffs to go and trace him exactly where he is in Congo and save him with those legal papers in Congo. So I'm stuck. I haven't done any of those things because I'm trying to get him and Asca and the Olangi ministry and the pastor even who married, who, you know, did this whole marriage for them, because I also sent him an email together with Asca, but they ignore me. I just send you like a copy of that email. Maybe you can share it offline or next time. But they haven't said anything. And to me, I feel like, why? I just feel inconvenienced because now I must spend money. And he left me with debt. Like, we owe the municipality a lot of money because he wasn't working. I was just doing like the bits I could, like buying food, making sure the child's school fees is paid, making sure I have petrol to go drop the child at school. I was just doing like, you know, the basic necessities. But there are things that I couldn't get to because he wasn't working. So our levies are behind, our accounts with municipality is behind, and this house as well that, you know, I'm sitting in right now, I'm battling like to split our ownership because he won't let go of his share. And now actually I'm getting worried. I'm like, what is he planning? Because should he come back to South Africa, what is he going to do to me? Because I'm getting scared. Every day when I go out there, I feel like, you know, he can send people and to do stuff to me. And I was thinking, let me sell the house, go start my life somewhere. But he won't let me, like, he won't help me to start my life all over again. Like, why can't he just release the house? So I need somebody like legally who can help me to resolve all of this mess. And I've also asked him about me having the full parental rights to our child. He's ignoring all of my requests. So I'm now having to, you know, face lawyers, and I cannot afford legal fees right now. Now I'm thinking of the money, that the debts that I'm in, like those municipality debts, because you know how things are. Their accounts, they would be sent to the collectors. They would come and harass me. His car was also repossessed. He owed the bank about 145,000, and now they took the car, yes, but then they said if they can't recover money of that car, they will come to me as his wife. What if now they come and they take the little that I'm left with, like the furniture, or I don't know what they can do. And I told him, pay your arrears, pay your car. It's a lot. I don't have 145,000. I don't have money for lawyers. I don't have money for those municipality rates and what the things that I couldn't pay. And he's not moving an inch. Even this, what worries me, actually it doesn't worry me, it makes me upset that this pastor, because I believe that their church is very wealthy, why can't they just pay? She can pay the money and keep the man. I don't want him back in my life. It's actually good riddance. I don't want him back in my life. But let the church, her sisters or this Olangi ministers, why can't they just pay Kevin's debts? Because now I hear that he's a pastor there. He was, when they were getting married, he was asked, are you ready to lead the church? He said, yes, I'm ready to lead the church. So it means he's a pastor. So I just need them. They must pay all of these debts that he left me with, and then they must help me resolve our marriage because I want to move on with my life. You know, we need to dissolve our assets. I want to move on with my life. I don't want him because clearly he's not a good man. And his family as well, they've been conniving, they've been hiding, they've been pretending to be my good in-laws, but they were just planning, because before he left for Congo, he was busy on the phone like crazy with his family. I'm asking him, what are you guys talking? They would have conference call for about 1 hour, 2 hours. And when I think about it, they were planning the wedding. He didn't do this wedding only with Asca. His family was also part of it. They would sit for 2 hours on the phone planning this wedding. That one, I'm convinced they were planning the wedding. Because even before that, after, I think, because apparently he met Asca in 2019, December. So that time he told me that he's going to Congo again, because he used to lie to me saying his father is sick and he would ask me for money. I've given him about 110,000 rand, 110, saying my father is dying, he's diabetic, you know, and he would, you know, as a wife, you know, I won't just sit and not do anything. So I would go out of my way to find money that I didn't have. I went out there to find credit. I used to go to the banks, I would raise credit for him. I gave him that money. And now I'm the one who's stuck in debt. He's gone and I'm stuck in debt. How am I going to pay that money? And he's not responding. The church is not responding. Now I'm stuck. I lost my money. I'm stuck in debt. And he won't help. I don't want him. I just want him to do things right. He must just come in and wrap up things with me properly here. And then he can live his life. That's all that I want. Because I don't want him ever again in my life. I don't want to meet him ever again. But he must pay the debts that he left me with.
So clearly, I feel sorry for you. I can imagine the debt, and you cannot really move forward with your life. There's a debt that you have to settle. There's a daughter that you have to raise. And I think that's why we do the Jeremiah Project. For some of you guys who are joining for the first time, the Jeremiah Project is all about, helping people in need. We've raised so much money last year for a couple and their daughter who were thrown out by a pastor, so-called pastor who is a charlatan, Jacob Dube. And I want us to help Lesego. Wherever you are, please, I want us to help her, whichever way, small way, big way, that you can help her. I want us to help her financially, just so she'll be able to get through this phase. It's not like Lesego doesn't have a job. She does have a job. But, this is a phase when your husband just abruptly leaves your life. Now you are left with so many things to settle. You see where the challenge is. And that could just consume you, and that could actually overflow and totally get you into a lot of trouble with your credit and a whole lot of stuff. You have a daughter to take care of and all that kind of stuff. So please, guys, I want us to financially help her wherever you are. I'm going to put her banking details on the screen. And I'm also going to try to put her banking details on the on the chat that we're having here, just so you know. Now, in whichever way you can help her financially, in whichever way you can help her, she has an FNB account. That's the little that we can do. The pain of not having money to take care of things is not even as much as the pain that she's going through emotionally, mentally. That's where the battle is. Now, if you are Congolese or you're affiliated to the Congo, please use the social media, whatever way. This Olangi Ministries, they also have a branch here in Johannesburg. And across the world, they have churches all over. So they have money. Please put pressure on them. Talk about this story, share this story, just so we can get to a place where we would really, like she said, he must just come back here and wrap up things. But you see, between coming back here and wrapping up things and between now and then, she needs to even keep living. Life goes on. Life goes on. And that is the challenge there, where we need to be able to say, how do we help her? So please, guys, these are the banking details here. FNB/RMB account holder. Her name is there, Lesego. Account number is there. Branch code is there. In whatever little way that you could help. Do you have a PayPal? Because there's a lot of international people.
Yes, I do have a PayPal. My email address is lesegots@gmail.com.
Okay, so you can search Lesego TS.
Yeah, at
gmail.com.
Yeah.
And if you search that on PayPal, you're gonna get you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So please, guys, the guys who are international, I know there are people from all over watching, whether you're watching now live or you're gonna watch this later. I know thousands of people are gonna watch it on YouTube. after this live broadcast. What we're trying to do is to try to expose that. And you see, we have a problem with the church when we keep accommodating people who we know. There's no way the Olangi family will tell me that they don't have an idea. Even if they didn't have an idea, you try to reach out to them, and they were not receptive at all. Now, what sort of a church or what sort of a people have we become as Christians, where we don't tolerate the pain of other people, whether we inflict it on them or our loved one inflicted it on them? How far have we gone away from Christ, for God's sake? So please, I challenge you tonight, as part of the Jeremiah project, please support Lesego financially, just so she can pay the bill and get through this phase. How long will this phase last? We don't even know. Maybe 3 months, maybe 6 months, maybe 1 year. And he has been threatening you, isn't it? Has he been threatening you?
Yeah, he tried to tell my lawyer to shut me up. I sent you a video. Let me just see. Yeah, there's a video that just send it. No, because I went on social media and he was like, no, please tell us how to stop it. She must stop sharing things on social media, because he believes that it's not me. She's like, no, she's not like this. My Lesego is not like this. She's very sweet. She's very, like, he just didn't expect me to go on social media. Probably he thought that I'll just cry, be depressed, and I don't know, probably move on and forget about it, or maybe beg him to come home. I don't know. But there's a clip I just sent you. You can play it, where he was telling my lawyer to tell me to stop it, else there'll be consequences. And I was feeling threatened and scared. I went to the police to try to get a protection order. They said, no, we can't do anything because he's out of the country. He needs to come here for us to give him protection order. I'm like, no, I don't want him to come back in South Africa. He must just stay there. But can you guys do something, for my safety? They said, no. There's not much that we can do. I also tried to speak to our security here where I live. They said, no, there's not much we can do because it's his house. Legally, it's his home. Yeah. If he says, I'm going to my house, and they know him, he's a very, very well-known, like, it's a close-knit community where we live, and they know that, okay, that's Kevin's house. They know him like that. So should he drive in here, they're going to open for him. Even though I try to ask them that, guys, please, there's a bit of a story going on. Can you just help me out? They said, there's nothing we can do. It's his house. They say the only way I can resolve this is to buy him out of the property. And buying him out of a property is now a challenge because he needs to sign off his share and he won't do it. Why is he not signing off? Why won't you do it? Is he planning to come back? I'm actually scared of my life that should he come back here, I'm in trouble. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Okay. There's a lot of people asking for that, your PayPal account again. Okay,
let me just WhatsApp it to you, then you can read it to them here.
Just give me again. You said it's what? Lesego T.
S. Lesego T. S. T for my surname and S for sugar. At gmail.com.
Lesego TS.
Yeah.
At gmail.com. So one word, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of people that are asking for that. So I'm going to just sort of like post it here, just so people can see it. International people who are there, something like this. I hope I'm correct.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And I'm going to post the banking details also. And I'm going to post this one also on the chat when I'm done. Whichever way you can help. The help is not for her to pay all her debts. That's not the help. The help is for her to go through this phase. Right now with her 6-year-old daughter, the phase of there are bills that he left. Now she needs to pay because their assets are together. You married in community of property, was it? Or because you married in community of property. So you see the implication.
It's the marriage in South Africa. It's marriage in community of property.
Yeah. So customary marriage, community of property, whatever belongs to him belongs to her. If he has so much money, it belongs to her too. If he has so much debt, which is what he has created now, It belongs to her, and he's nowhere to be found. The banks are not going to go to Kinshasa in the Congo and fish him out. No. The car people are not going to, the dealership is not going to begin to, the banks are not going to do that. And they're going to look for her because it's together. And he is guilty of this, legally, he's guilty of the criminal offense of bigamy. Because now he's married to 2 women. And it's a crime in South Africa to be married to 2 women. It's a crime. But he's run away. He didn't just leave her. The other woman that he married is said to be a very powerful pastor, gospel singer, leading the church of hundreds of thousands, the Olangi ministries. They have churches across the world. They have money. And if you do anything or say anything, actually, they will threaten you. They will silence you.
Yeah.
They have people in government. So anybody who will be thinking of going to the Congo to actually get to investigate and get Kevin to do whatever, you're not even going to come close to him, just to give you an idea.
So actually, the other lady from Zimbabwe, so she saw their marriage live, because now she was the girlfriend. Now she was like, what's happening? That's my boyfriend getting married to Asca. So she was commenting on their church channel. I think they have like a CVV. They have a church channel, so the marriage was live on TV, was live on YouTube, was live on Instagram, live on Facebook, everywhere. So Chipo saw everything, and she was very upset. She was talking to Kevin during that ceremony because she wanted her money. She was like, give me back my money. And he told her that, and she said, I'm coming to Congo. If you're not going to give me back my money, I'm coming to Congo now. And he said, don't even think of doing that, because Asca knows a lot of policemen in Congo. Don't even think, because they're going to arrest you when you come to Congo. So already, if he's threatening her, I mean, it's the same message that he's saying to me. She also wants her money. And she's like, I feel sorry for her as well, because I feel like she was also being robbed, and it's a lot of money. She also has a son. She's a very, very matured woman, and she's also in distress. She's also exactly what I'm going through. She's going through the same things as well, because she just wants her money. She said, I don't care about Kevin. She is not as emotionally hooked as I am, and they don't have assets together. She just wants her money because she was being lied to, and she gave him a lot of money in a period of a year. Like, I think they've known each other for a year. And while he was, he would leave the house saying he's going to business meetings. He's going to meet his business partners. They are doing this PPE business. They're going to the warehouse to check the masks. They're going to the warehouse to check the gloves, And during COVID, it was like those things were in high demand, So he was just busy going in and out of the house, saying he's going to meetings, to the warehouse, to do what. But now that I see everything, he was going to Chipo. When I hear everything, and when I see all the money that was coming to his account, the money that he was giving me, because at some point he said Chipo is investing into that business idea, that PPE business idea. So Chipo was just giving him money, and he says to me, oh, she's investing, As soon as I close the deal, I will give her back the money. And Chipo got very hurt as well when she saw the whole ceremony. It's like, this guy, she's very angry wherever she is. Me, I'm just emotional and hurt. She's angry. Yeah.
And on behalf of Congolese men, I'm not Congolese. On behalf of Congolese men, I want to say sorry. And not every Congolese man is that way. It's just people and their attitude, people and their deception. So, let's deal with people as individuals. Some people are, because I see some people commenting Congolese men or foreign men. No, when you deal with people, you deal with people as individuals.
Yeah, I believe
Kevin has decided to live a deceptive life. And that's Jose. He's a deep deceptor. Everything about him is deception. Everything.
And the Congolese, sorry to interrupt you. And the Congolese guys in Congo, they were saying I mustn't even tell the story in South Africa, because they're saying this thing will cause xenophobia. I'm like, why should I only tell it in Congo? He was also living in South Africa.
Yeah.
Our neighbors, they know him. Every time when I go to the shops, now it's even better. When I go to Cedar Square, when I go to the shops, people, they come to me, people that I don't know. That's what scares me. I'm like, who are these people? They come to me, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, we apologize for what Kevin did, because they know us together as a family. You know, they would see us going to gym together, they would see us going to the shops together, and now they just see me without him. But them being Congolese, they follow the Congolese content from Congo. So now it's like everywhere I go, I actually feel a little bit worried about my safety. Now it's like, no, don't talk about it. That's why I decided that, you know what, I'm going to share it even here at home. Because I say, no, don't talk about it. The Congolese in Yeoville, they're not going to be happy about this. The Congolese in Cape Town, they're not going to be happy about this. The Congolese in Rosettenville, they won't be happy about this. The Congolese in Sunning Hill, they won't be happy about this. But I'm like, it's not my fault. He started this. I didn't do anything wrong. If I did something wrong, I won't even show my face up to the public. But as a wife, I have done nothing wrong. And none of, even his family, like right now, they don't even have guts, you know, to even apologize to me. They still have my number, even though they blocked me, but they can call me. I haven't changed my number. Even him, Kevin, if he wants to, he can call me. Even Asca, even she blocked me. She knows my number. She knows my email address. That Pastor Dalo, who put the ceremony together, I emailed him. He hasn't said anything. What kind of a church is it? What are they preaching in the church? What is it? What gospel are they saying out there? Because definitely they are not for love, and they say God is love. Because what they're showing me now, they are not showing me love. They are not showing me love. They are just they're just pushing me aside, like I'm a nobody, like I don't matter. Why are they doing that? Because I'm not Congolese, or because I don't go to their church? No, it's not fair. I don't deserve it. As a church, they are also responsible for this. Why none of them? Why have they not? Because this story is so big in Congo, so big, but not even one single member from that church tried to reach out to me and try to reason with me, or try to apologize or ask me my side of the story.
Yes.
Why are they hiding from me? Why?
Yeah, a church shouldn't operate that way. A church shouldn't operate that way at all. You have to get to the bottom of that. But you know, I really want to thank you for sharing your story and taking the time to do that. I know it's not easy. You know, but and I really want to encourage, especially Congolese people. I've met a lot of lovely Congolese people. You know, I'm not even sure I've met like a really bad Congolese person, maybe because of my cycle, you know. So most of the Congolese people that I met are like really, really wonderful. I have some of them as my friends. They're really, really wonderful.
Yeah.
You know, and if you're Congolese, you're listening, please support this lady, you know, support her and her daughter just to get through here, just to pay like legal bills and some of the bills that he has left behind, because this might be overwhelming, and this would affect her psychologically. This would affect her credit record and all that kind of stuff, you know, which is going to be difficult for them to leave. And she didn't cause this, you know. It was just all him. She didn't do anything wrong. So if you're international overseas and you want to support her via PayPal, you can search this, you know, on PayPal. Please check this email address. You can use it on PayPal to support her. Small way, big way, we really appreciate it. And if you're in South Africa here, you want to send her and support her with some sort of money, you know, try FNB, the FNB account here. These are all the details. Or if you're a legal person and you feel you can offer legal advice or legal support, or whatever, in whatever way, or you know people, that kind of thing, or if you're a government person, because this has become an international issue now. There's just no way we can. She has to move on with her life. That's just the way that it is. But you would be shocked that, you know, some people in your situation, we get stuck in the same spot for 3 years. For the next 3 years, they will be stuck. He hasn't come to say, okay, I'm getting divorced. No, he hasn't come to settle his bills. Your life for 3 years would not move on. And there's nothing you can do about it. And that's the pain of this all. So please, guys, let's support Lesego. But Lesego, again, I really want to thank you. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak to me and to speak to everybody watching. Please, guys, share this video. Share it on YouTube, share it on Facebook, share it to as many people as possible, especially the English-speaking Congolese people around South Africa. In the Congo, the story is massive. There's a friend of ours in the UK also. She did a great job in writing an article around it. Benita, the Nation Scoops. You can check it out online. There's so much information there. But we need to be able to share this story around here. First, to be able to help other people. Because I believe, Lesego, one of the reasons you're sharing this because you want to help other people.
Yeah.
To be able to help other people and to be able to put truth. Remember, what I do here on Solomon's Temples, YouTube channel is just about truth. I don't see faces. I don't look at who you are, what you are. No. Is it right or is it wrong? What is the truth? It's as simple as that. There's no time to cut corners. What does the scripture say about it? Is this how scriptures expects us to deal with situation? Even as a church? Or even as a husband? No, I think we've missed it. But I pray over you, Lesego. I pray the grace of God for you to be strong
Thank
for
you.
yourself, and be strong for your daughter. I pray that God will go through this with you. I pray that you would be able to sustain yourself through this, and He will provide financially, that this would not cause you pain, for the next 3-5 years, of paying debt that you never really accumulated, and emotional pains and all that kind of thing. So thank you. I really appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah. Is there any last thing you want to say, or you're fine?
No, I'm fine. I would just like to thank you for giving me an opportunity to share my story. And I just thank everybody in advance for supporting me and listening to me, because it hasn't been easy for me, but I've decided that, you know what, I'm just not doing this for myself. I'm sure I'm not the first woman who has gone through something like this. It's just that maybe for me, it's just that he got married to somebody who was well known. That's how I also found out about this marriage, because it was televised, it was broadcasted everywhere on social media, and I also felt like, no, I have to act. I also have to say my side of the story, and I didn't want to be silenced. And I'm also encouraging other women out there. It doesn't matter where you come from. This happens a lot to African women, Indian women. Like we're just being put aside as wives, and it's like, no, you're expected to just accept that things like this do happen, and you must move on. But when things like this happen, because we know that they are wrong, we need to address it. We need to talk about it. People must also be held accountable. Husbands as well out there. If you're doing something wrong out there, women must talk about it, and other good husbands must advise their husbands that are not doing things the right way. So I'm also saying to other women, talk about it. I'm just not doing this for myself. I would in the future like to retain back the favor that I'm getting, because I've gotten support as well from some people in Congo, and I'm thanking the people that will support me here locally as well. And one day I would also like to give back, to other women out there that are being abused, by their husbands. They're being abused by churches, and they're just expected to shut up and put your head down and get on with their life. No, life is not supposed to be like that. We are not here to suffer as human beings. We are not here to struggle. God has like a big purpose for us here. He wanted us to prosper and have a joyful life. But it's so sad that, things happen in our lives, and we don't have a way to voice it out. So I'm very thankful, Solomon, for your channel and helping me as well. And I thank everybody who sat with us here today to watch and listen to this show. And I'll be grateful, you guys pray for me out there, and just pray for us as well.
Thank you. Don't forget, guys, please support her financially, and also a way you can show support is to actually, you can go on to this is her husband's name, Kevin Kaseya, just so if you want to Google it and get some more information and know that, this is a very, very true story. And this is the woman that he married, Asca Olangi. You check her online, bombard her with messages. Don't abuse her. That's not what we want to do, but bombard her with messages and say, look, hey, you need to tell your husband to come and clean up, it wouldn't be good on you as a woman to allow your marriage to start on that note. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Have a good evening, and Lesego.
Thank you so much. Good evening to everyone.
Guys, I'm trying to bring in another person here. Hello, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well. So I'm bringing in,
It's okay.
somebody here who I know, and this person has quite a bit of knowledge around the church that we just spoke about, which is the Olangi Ministries. Because we need to get a background of a church that would not tolerate to listen to a complaint from a woman whose husband left her with a kid, whose husband has been lying, and she told them, look, this is the truth, but they're still not embracing it. So can you tell us a little bit about these Olangi ministries in the Congo? How influential are they? What sort of theology and teachings? Who are the people behind this?
Thank you for giving me this platform, Solomon, in such a short notice. Before, I just wanted to make a correction of what you said, that the founders died on the same day. They actually did not die on the same day. The husband died first, and then I think maybe maybe a week or two, a few days later, or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
thank you.
This is a ministry, a very big ministry. Like you said, a mega ministry. Their foundation is basically on deliverance. They deal with deliverance, and they have an entire doctrine on family ties, all sorts of demonology theory. That's what they're all about. So basically, you can be a Christian from another ministry or from another church. As soon as you join their ministry, you have to go through a period of deliverance, which involves a whole lot of methods, like 7-day fasting, and you go through, depending on whatever they will see. And they also have people that call themselves, in French, they call themselves cureurs. In English, I could say it could be like a soul care type of counseling, if I could say that. So you go through that with somebody where you expose your entire past, stories about your families and everything, depending on whatever they decide. They can make you go through different types of fasting, different types of prayers. That's what they do. And most of the time, they always end up finding either your mom, your dad, even children, small children that are witches. And then you will end up being like enticed into the ministry and go through countless of deliverance services and deliverance period that will probably never end. It never ends. And through that, there's been so many people, so many testimonies of marriages that have been broken because you were probably told that your husband was probably not your husband, and he was maybe part of a he shouldn't have been married to you, or maybe you're not equally yoked. But then they have this thing where they call themselves A and A, B and B, C and C, meaning if you're a single woman, you have to marry somebody who's, if you're single, you've never been married, you have to marry a man that's never been married. Now, if you are married and you were divorced, you have to also marry a divorcee. So they have a very strange type of doctrine, so basically. And this is why, actually, I just wanted to let Lesego, she probably does not know about this. And the fact that she came out, a lot of people are coming out with their own stories because this ministry is big. They threaten people and nobody ever exposed them. So she has no idea what her story has also started. So that's basically it. Hello? Hello. Hello. It seems like I had problem with my connection. Hi, Solomon, are you there?
You couldn't just say it's shocking, you know. So I'm not sure Marielle has not been able to get across. And yeah, so maybe I would get to time to have an interview with her and just to hear her own experiences also. But thank you guys for joining tonight. I do hope that we be able to support Lesego again. Please go ahead and do that. And thank you so much for tuning in. I'm really sad with this story. It's the story that you don't want to hear about it, because the church is misrepresented in so many different ways. That is not the church of Jesus Christ in any way. From our attitude, from the way these issues are being resolved or not being resolved, that is just totally, out of the principles that we have as Christians. So I please want to encourage you to please support Lesego and share this video. Share it right now and tag people. Share it as much as we want the Congolese community here. Because one of the things that we do with lie is we have to expose lies and deceptions. If we don't, then lies and deception would still be causing pain to so many people, in secret. So we let's share it to as much as, so many people as much as possible. Thank you so much, guys. I want to appreciate each and every one of you guys. Don't forget this is going to be on YouTube right away. And please share it on YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube channel. We would keep the conversation going. We must make sure that if you're a married person, or even if you're single, you intend to get married one day, marriage is totally a different ball game. It's about commitment. It's about trust. It's really about faithfulness. And we have to do it in whatever way. There's no place for lies and deceptions in marriage. No. I'm sure you know somebody's marriage or your parents' marriage where there were lies and deception. How did it end? Hurting people and hurting so many people. That's what happened. And we don't want to, you don't want to continue to do that. That's not the way that you want it to be. So thank you guys. God bless you. And I do hope that you would have a wonderful evening as you brood and think and process, this story we shared with you today. God bless you and have a wonderful night.